You ain't ringing the bell. You ain't busting the ring.
But I'm telling y'all bitch ass niggas, if y'all don't fucking, if y'all colored bitch ass, faggot, punk ass motherfuckers don't see that these white people are trying to take over your shit, don't worry. Y'all better be happy the old dirty bastard is here. Y'all better be happy I'm here. To beat the shit out of all of y'all faggot, punk ass motherfuckers.
Imitating me on this fucking tape. Bitch ass niggas. I shut the fucking whole world down. You white motherfuckers could never, y'all can't ever take over. You can't ever take over. You shut the fuck up and you shut the fuck up. That's what the fuck you do.
I hope this is your boy Jaguar. I'm here with a guest. Some of the people in the comments were always talking about they don't believe the things that I'm saying. But let's ask the white man about that. I have a guest here. I don't want to say his name. I promise I don't want to say his name. But it's what you would call a white American. And the question that I'm going to ask him, I want him to elaborate to the best of his ability. So, my first question, why do you think the so-called African Americans hold on to Christianity, and do you believe in it? I don't know if you want to start with the latter question or the first question.
As far as Christianity goes, I don't believe in it. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. If there's somebody up there that's supposed to be protecting us and looking out for everything we do, then the world would be a better place. There wouldn't be a lot of the issues that we run across in today's society. So if there's somebody up there that's supposed to be watching out, he should be doing a better job. And I don't feel like there's anybody there. Well,
so why do you think the so-called African Americans hold on to that belief?
I think a lot of it comes from it just being driven in their head. So many generations going through saying, hey, this is what you need to believe. This is real. This is what you've been told. And so they feel like it's a legitimate thing to believe in. Everybody said, hey, the water's white from the time you were a little kid to the time you grew up. If that's coming from trusting individuals that you believe your entire life, regardless of what somebody else tells you, you're going to think that the water's white. Just because somebody that you trust in has been telling you your whole life that's what's going on.
Right. Now, we all know that Columbus sailed over, and you know the people that's on the reservation, myself, and the people that's in the Yamasee Nation understand that the individuals that's on the reservation now are not the original people that Columbus seen whenever he came over here from the east of the pond. So what do you know about that as far as the individuals that he saw when he came over here?
Well, as far as that goes, the individuals that he saw just from the text from the period were darker individuals, and it wasn't as light as what you would see in American Indian nowadays. It's going to be a darker individual per his text. Now, of course, back then there was two whole different spectrums. So over in Europe, you were a lot whiter than what you'd see nowadays. If you go to Britain, things like that, they're still really pale individuals, and that carries with the original undertones. But from documents and things that we've seen from the region, you can determine from what was wrote down by them at the time period that it was a much darker individual than what we see today as an American Indian.
Right. I remember you said to me one day, as far as how the trade of land and deeds and titles and all that stuff went about. Can you tell my audience that particular same story that you mentioned it to me?
Yeah. So we had all the power back then. So we had documentation and we had all this paperwork, and we came over here and you didn't understand any type of language we had. So we said, hey, here's some corn. Do you want this corn? So of course I'm holding corn out trying to get you to grab it from me, so you accept the corn that I've given you. And then you go, oh, well, he agreed to the corn, so now his land and all his property is mine, and he traded me for 6 ears of corn.
So that means if you offered me something, not me knowing your language, and I accepted that in turn you saying, okay, since I accepted that, what you was offering me is more or less of what I trade my land for, correct?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You agreed to the trade, regardless of how you would have perceived it if you actually understood what was going on. If somebody's holding out something for you, your first instinct is to reach for it. You're going to take it. So if I hold out a pen and say, oh, and just hold it in your face and you don't know what I'm trying to tell you, of course you're going to reach and take the pen. And then at that moment I can go, okay, well, he just agreed to give me his house and his car and everything he owns for that pen. And now I'll just sign this documentation here and I'll let you read over it. But of course you don't understand my language, so all of this documentation here is kind of null and void. And since you looked over it, I'm going to assume that you agree to the terms and conditions of the contract that I just made up. And now everything you own is mine and you got a shiny new pen.
Wow. So, guys, you heard it. You know, that's his view on what happened. This is a white guy. I mean, he would know his history. He would know his people's history. I mean, just like we as the melanated being, we should know our history, but we were told it by his ancestors. And I really appreciate the interview real quick, and I know you don't care about what anybody say, but you know, I appreciate the interview and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jeff.
You ain't busting the grape. You ain't imitating me on this fucking tape. You ain't ringing the bell. You ain't busting the grape. But I'm telling y'all bitch ass niggas, if y'all don't fucking, if y'all colored bitch ass faggot punk ass motherfuckers don't see that these white people are trying to take over your shit, don't worry. Y'all better be happy the old dirty bastard is here. Y'all better be happy that I'm here. The beat the shit out of all of y'all faggot punk ass motherfuckers. Imitating me on this fucking tape.